In this episode, I take a look at this Angem Regula 25 Cuckoo clock made in the Black Forest in 1972. I remove the bellows and pipes, then take the movement out of the case. The bellows and the pipe are prepared so I can add the new Tyvek paper to them. Today's clock is a Angem Cuckoo clock made in the Black Forest. It's got a regular 25 movement in it, and it was made in 1972. We'll have a look at the clock in a moment. This is a topper. It's got a crack in there. It's been rather roughly fixed. It's still a little bit flexible, so I'll have a look and see what I can do with that. I might be able to fill it up with some glue and some sawdust. I'll be able to. It's broken there too. That's serious break. I would say the clock most likely was pulled off the wall when someone was trying to lift the weights. That's what I would think, to have that amount of damage. Snap there and snap there. So it'll be interesting to see what condition the movement's in once we get into that part of the clock. Alright, it's a 7-leaf 3-bird clock. You can see that by the carving. 5-leaf and 2-bird there. And there's the other 2 and the 1. It's in pretty good condition actually for a clock that was made in 1972. It's obviously been well looked after until it's smashed on the floor. I assume it's smashed on the floor to do that amount of damage. But there doesn't seem to be any breaks or chips in any of the other carving, which is interesting. It's a little bit loose, but that's easily fixed. There's a pendulum, original, little bit loose. We'll tighten those couple of edges down later on, and that'll tighten it a bit. And it also could do with a light hammering on those pins there actually. That's where it's loose. One of the bellows tops has come loose. That's the wire that raises the cuckoo bird's tail, so it bobs up and down when it's cuckooing. Alright, we'll turn the hands are alright, they're inside there. We'll turn the movement over. That's the chain, pretty rusty. We'll clean that up. You can see it's a 1-day chain, 61 links per linear foot. I'll take the back off and we'll see what we've got. The coil gong that the hammer strikes on the back door. Alright, we'll have a look and see what we've got in here now. There's the movement, GM there for Angem. There's a little cuckoo bird up there. Still attached to the door. You can see there's a fair bit of dirt on there, dust. The high note works alright, the low note has lost its top. We'll put that on. We'll remove the pipes and we'll put that on. We'll take the movement out, take it to pieces, check it all thoroughly, clean it, put it through the ultrasonic cleaner, get that sorted. We'll check the bellows. I'll reattach the bellows on the top here. And I'll have to put some new Tyvek paper on it because there's none there. Alright, so that's our current project. So the first thing we'll have to do, as always, is remove the hands before we can do any work on the movement. So I'll undo this knurl nut here that's relatively tight. Very tight on those plastic hands, that's got it. Take the hand off. I don't think there's a washer on there. No. That's the square piece. That's the square piece that sits on the minute hand. And the hour hand is a friction fit. And we'll very carefully lift it up. And there it is. Plastic hands. I'll make sure that the lock is on the door so it doesn't swing over. Turn the movement over. Could do with a good general clean, that's for sure. We'll now start to remove the pipe, get them out of the case first, and then we'll be able to take the movement out. Right, we'll take the first bellows out, the low note, there's a screw, we'll unscrew that, comes out rather easily. I'll remove the rest of that by hand, put it aside, and the pipe now just wiggles off the brad that holds it in, that piece there. Right, we'll check and see whether the pipe works or not. That was blowing down the pipe. Obviously works alright. We'll have to reattach the top of the bellows, which goes there. We'll clean that mess up. It's the last lot of glue that's still on it, and then we'll put some Tyvek paper on it and get that sorted out. But at the moment it's in two pieces. Put them aside. Now I can't see a lift lever for that set of bellows, but I have got some extra ones in stock, so that's not a problem. We'll be able to have a look and see what we can find. Right, now we'll have to undo the lift lever for the high note, which is this one down here. I'll get some pliers on the bottom of that, bend it up carefully, and then slip the lift lever up, and the lift wire comes out, and there it is. Right, now we can take the pipe out. There's a screw, blade screwdriver, small one's all we need, very small screws. Unwind them, and then carefully jiggle a little bit more. I'll use a screwdriver to lift it a tiny bit, and it very easily comes off the brad. There's the brad there. I know it's working alright. There's a tiny little hole just there. I wonder. Yep, there's a little bit of air escaping from that, but not very much. I think what I'll do is I'll probably put a small drop of CA glue on that to seal that, because that bellows material is actually leather. That would have been the original leather, hard to believe. It certainly looks like that, yes. I don't think that's been changed. I think that's the original leather that was put on there in 1972. So I'll retain that, and I'll put a tiny drop of CA glue on that, which will seal it up. There's a little bit of air coming out of there when I hold it up to my face and press the bellows top, but not very much. Alright, now we're ready to take the movement out. But naturally, before we do that, we have to remove the hooks on the chains. I'll turn that back a little bit. Take that hook off, the weight hook off it comes, and then, no, I think we're going to lose one link. Alright, not a problem. We'll take the second one off, pair of pliers to hold that tightly. Then we'll open the link with another pair of pliers, and the hook comes out, and that's not in too bad a condition actually. That one will be alright. I'll wind that down just a tiny bit. Alright, that's got him, excellent. They're the hooks that hold the weight. They will come up nicely, I think, once we give them a bit of a clean. And just as a test, I'll put a little bit of steel wool on the top of them, wind around a few times, and you can see they're looking better already. That piece is nice and shiny, and down there isn't. Right, so we'll sort those out later on. Now we'll pull the chains through the movement. The first one. They'll need a bit of cleaning, they're looking pretty rusty. And the second one. Oh, that's got caught. Alright, that can stay there until we take the movement out, which we're going to do now. I'll use a long shaft screwdriver, so we could, no I won't, too big. Use my little screwdriver, undo the screws. First one, drop it into the slot once we can find it. There we go. That should almost come out. Yep, second one up to the top. That's better. We've got a bit of light on these ones. I can actually see what I'm doing. Third one. And the last one. Right, now we can remove the movement from the case, being careful of the little bird so we don't catch it. It gets tail out, that's better. Oh, wait a minute, it's still attached to its door. Of course, I forgot to take that off. Right, we'll undo that wire. That will come off there. It should just, got to come back a little bit more, look. And that should just pull out. It's a bit, I'll move the movement up a little bit to give us a little bit more room, and there we go. Put the hook back on that to hold it. Turn the case over, and then we can take the movement out. Brake side chain is still attached. Alright, it's caught down there. I think that's an easy fix. I'll pull that out and see if we can pull it through. There we go. And now that chain can now come out of the case, which it has done. And there's our movement. Yep, scope wheel's turning. There's our little bird on the perch. I'll take him off. Whoop! Because we don't want that to happen. We don't want him to get damaged. Undo that screw. Just a little bit, and it slides right off. There's our little bird with his mouth opening and closing. Oh, that could do with a bit of a clean.